2 or 3 in a row, and they're paying you $50 a pick. Guess what? Their friends tell their friends, tell their friends, tell their friends, and now suddenly your website, you have 5,000 people going, this guy's won 3 in a row. He's hot. They're all paying me $50. So 3,000 times $50, do the math. Now, there's guys out there guaranteed 10-1 in the last 11. They're probably 5-5, I think. There are some legit ones, but I'm saying you can just put out whatever you want, and you do have a chance, almost 3%, of being right. And then people, oh, this guy's genius. I'm going with him, or whatever. And then you collapse, and then you can change your name into the website and do it again. So I think that could be a good moneymaker.
Yeah, the dude was talking, and it's kind of an art form. He's an older man, so he's been doing it since like the 60s.
Yeah.
And now there's algorithms and all sorts of stuff. And what he was doing, he's using like 1 or 2 guys back in the 80s, I think.
Yep.
And then he expanded, like using 7 or 8 dudes. They all basically worked for him. He analyzed all 7 or 8 dudes' picks. And because he knew so much.
Yeah.
He did that, and then he did his own research.
So if 7 out of the 9 say he just went with the odds, kind of playing the odds. That's interesting.
He was a bookmaker. He was a bookie.
Yeah.
And well, one thing that he fucking liked to do was the outside the Power 5 conferences.
Yep.
Or just the smaller Power 5 like schools.
I'm telling you, like Utah State, like they're so good and all that, but no one pays as much attention, so no one knows as much. So you get some really interesting lines in that.
You know what he used to do? This is kind of like before like Google was around too much. So in the 90s, he had to deal with the airlines or the airport or whatever. Whenever the papers would come in from whatever little state or town,
yeah. He was easier to yangle back then. I heard that.
The small town like Gazette.
Yeah.
You know, if it was Louisiana Tech or
and like love betting Louisiana Tech.
And so people would still, because alma mater and stuff like that, people would still want to bet for their team, and so he would tweak it.
Yeah.
And he would have all these little tiny papers, so he would have all these like I'm calling B-list teams, dude.
Yeah, that's
he goes,
genius.
I would have guys at the airport, and they would give us the first papers off the plane on all these little schools, all these little towns that they were in, because the local sports writer that's covering the 4 counties around, he knows if Geoff Bumstead hurt his shoulder in practice,
bingo, you hit
if your girlfriend just broke up with you,
bingo, all those things matter. Yes, so if you have insider trading, which would be illegal, but it's not like, but yeah, if you know like Dak Prescott is questionable and you know he's not playing for sure, and they're playing the backup and he sucks, and you already know that. Bet right away.
Our ginger don't suck. Don't ever say that.
Actually, yeah, good.
Yeah.
What do you think about your third string first overall? Could be legend. Is he going to play there?
How many games has he played in? 10?
No, he hasn't played. You think he's played in about three halves?
He's a first round pick, or was he a number 1 pick?
He's number 1 overall, wasn't he?
I forget from.
Hey, first round, he's right up there. Yeah.
Where's he from again?
Where was he? I'm losing it. It's really like, but he was.
We got him from San Fran, right?
Yeah, he was just going to be the San Fran hero. He was guaranteed and all that stuff. I will say, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant.
Love him.
But
love that guy.
What does that tell you? You have all these geniuses watching all these games, and he's the last guy taken in the draft. Wasn't even supposed to make a roster. Third stringer comes in, unbelievable.
Yep.
First 2 years, like he will win a Super Bowl. He was the last guy even drafted. Like, who found Tom Brady?
The last pick of the 6th round.
8th. He was 8th rounder, I think. He might be 6th.
We only have 7 rounds, bro.
I thought you had 8.
No.
Okay. Well, then he was a 6th. Then.
Last pick of the 6th round.
So there you go.
They had a whole documentary called The Brady 6.
And
all the quarterbacks picked ahead of him.
And if Bledsoe didn't get hurt, we never heard of him.
We never heard of him, yeah.
Never heard of him.
No.
That's some crazy stuff.
And then he went to Tampa Bay and still fucking kicked some ass, but...
Yeah. I heard he might come back.
Shut up.
I swear to God, there's an outside rumor he might come back. He says he's in great shape and throwing the ball. What people will be like, what's Bumstead saying?
Well, on the right team, if he doesn't get touched that much,
if he went to a team with weapons and had an great offensive line, he could still do well. Yeah.
I think at his age, you still need to put a couple pounds on. Shit, man. They're going to touch him eventually.
Here's the crazy thing about football. Remember Tennessee did Cleveland. Cleveland had the first round pick for 7 years in a row, and they took every damn quarterback. Even McCoy from Texas was one of them. But they took I'll tell you right now, if Tom Brady would have got picked by Cleveland, how bad they were with no offense. I don't care. You can put any bad quarterback. If your offensive line sucks, and you should know this, you're a football guy.
Yeah.
Imagine having 1.3 seconds to throw the ball or 4 seconds. If you give any of those guys 4 seconds, they're going to find someone. But all those guys should have been great quarterbacks, but they just got destroyed because Cleveland was so bad you don't even know. So there's a lot of luck, too, where you're going.
The draft is an art form, too.
Yeah, it is.
When Jones did do good, he's built up our O-line.
Yep.
Remember way back early 90s, late 80s, when we started building up the O-line.
Oh, to me, O-line is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Huge.
That's why Bama does so goddamn well. You don't
Yeah.
draft running backs from Bama. You draft fucking O-linemen and D-linemen from Bama.
Correct. Yep.
What's his name? Trent Richardson never really did a whole lot, you know?
Nope.
Considering, did he win the Heisman or did he? He might have, but he was at least a runner. He
was close.
Yeah.
If he didn't
And
win
that dude killed it. And I saw his workouts. Like, he was a strong guy, but
Yeah.
you have these beasts in front of you.
O-line, I don't care. If you're 6'3", 320, 330, that's a big man to get. It's going to take you a couple seconds to get around that.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're Larry Donald, of course. They put 3 on you, he still gets through. That guy's wow.
Yeah, he whooped our ass.
Well, he's just, like, and this year's numbers were, but he literally double teamed every time.
Yeah.
Every time, and a chip. Like a tight end will chip him, then you got 2 guys blocking him. So he's taking all of that. So these other guys are like one-on-one, getting around, stuff like that. Like, it still does so much for the team.
Yeah. Even when he's not making the tackles, he's fucking making the tackles.
Because everyone else
is free.
You got 2-3 guys on him, you know, opening up spots, places here and there.
That's a rough decision to make as an offensive coordinator. Like, are you going to take the risk of letting this not so good player go free a little bit?
Yeah.
Go one-on-one? But we know Donald is going to fuck us up.
If you go one-on-one with Donald, out of 10 rushes, you're going to get 3 or 4 sacks.
When we played San Fran, what's their left tackle's name? God, he's fucking badass. He's probably one of the best tackles.
Yeah,
in the
he's
NFL
right
now.
up there. Yeah, right now.
He's right up there with ours, with Tyron Smith. What the fuck was it? Anyways, he had him the whole game.
Yeah.
Fucking, he had Micah Parsons the whole game.
Yep.
They went one-on-one the whole fucking time. And
the
analysts were like, move him to the other fucking side. Like, he's not going to fucking win with this guy.
True, but that's crazy. Like, Larry Donald, like, I'm sure one guy's done it before, but that's crazy. If they can, a rusher that good one-on-one, if they can hold them for 4 seconds at least, 4 or 5 seconds, yeah.
Well, that fucked us because that's a big part of our game plan.
Yes, huge.
The good rusher makes your fucking secondary stronger.
It's all time for these. Like, these guys can all throw the ball. Now, making their reads, some guys are way quicker than other guys, and see that. But like, if you give an NFL quarterback 4 seconds in the pocket, he's going to find someone. Now, if you drop that to 2.5, he's done.
Chances go down, yeah, quite a bit.
But that's what makes Mahomes so good. They have a great offensive line, but as soon as that pocket starts to collapse, he's gone. And then once he's outside the pocket, imagine being like covering like one of those receivers for 8 seconds. I could get open in 8 seconds. Like, they don't know which way I'm running.
Defense.
Like, I go this way or this way.
The defense at a disadvantage. You always hear about an offense wearing down a defense because it takes a little bit more energy to react. In any sport, any fucking sport, basketball, probably hockey never played, but football definitely. Yeah. It takes more time to react than to act.
Like Neon Dion. Like,
not more time, more effort, more energy.
Like Neon Dion. Like, how did that guy do it? Like, he'd take on their best receiver. Remember, it got to the point where they wouldn't even throw the ball his way. Like, it was just like, okay, we're not even worrying about, okay, our best receiver, we're not throwing to him, or we're just not even going on that side of the field. What?
It fucked with his stats, but they're like, no one's throwing to him.
He's still the best. Yeah. Like, that would be you played football. I analyzed football, but for me, like, a defensive back, that's got to be the hardest position. Like, the guy's coming straight at you. Like, do you go for that cut? Now he's gone that way. Like,
I think a DB in the NFL is probably one of the best athletes.
That's what I was going to say.
In sports in general.
Yeah, they have to be like to cover and make up ground. Suppose the guy does get 3 yards on you and be able to make up that ground. Pretty sweet. I have no chance of being one of those guys. Nope.
We'll do a pause. So now that we're rumpled up, back to the listener mailbag.
Oh, jeez.
So my 27-year-old female, my mother-in-law found my old account with nudes and wants me to divorce my husband, male 30. Why do they put male? It's husband. Obviously, it's a fucking. I guess in today's society, you don't fucking know.
You just put a couple letters.
Yeah, it's a sir or whatever the fuck it is. them. When I was 22, I did online subscriptions to make some money. It was really only during my early career, and I stopped after a couple of years once I started making money in my nursing job. I wonder if it's an actual RN job or just like a nurse's aide, because you make money pretty quick nursing. Yeah, you do. And the school's expensive, so were you doing it during school? Anyway, I got some questions, girl. I got some fucking questions. Probably about a year after I stopped, I met my now husband. Let's call him Jack. Okay, so he doesn't need a fucking name. So she stopped doing it. All right. Stopped doing it. Okay. And fell in love, got married 12 months later. Everything was great. Love his family, and they seemed to really like me as well. Okay, all right, cool. Right. I'm all right. Okay, I told Jack everything about my past. I even showed him my profile so he knew exactly what I did. This was all before I got engaged. Okay.
Hey,
At least you're honest.
You're honest. She did it before she got engaged, even, and then hasn't done it since she's like been with this guy.
And rightfully so. I could tell it upset him, but he said he loved me no matter what.
Right.
Of my past, which
everyone got passed. Yeah, passed.
But not no matter what. Let's just get that straight. Not no matter what. This just wasn't that bad. if you're getting trained on, no, we're breaking up real quick. We could be 3 babies in. If I found out that happened, bye. Single mom, what? I'll fucking post that shit. Anyways.
I'm really getting close to cheating on you. I'm getting really close.
If I heard that, I would just be like, I cheated. How you doing? I don't know who that is. Just keep looking over here. Last week I got a call from Jack's sister. She started asking questions about my past. She said that her mom, let's call her Janet. She doesn't even fucking name either. Let's just stop with that. Found my old account and is incredibly upset. She has been calling me a whore, gold digger to the entire family. She asked my sister-in-law to ask me to divorce Jack. I tried to call Janet. I tried to call Janet, but she won't talk to me. Jack is super upset at all this. Part of him is upset that his mom is acting like this to me, but I can also tell that part of him is upset with my past. He knows it, but it doesn't need to be rehashed. Okay, I can say that for him.
Okay.
And Jack, you got yourself in. Okay, he doesn't need a name. Jack. You got yourself into that.
Jack's getting really close.
I think about DiCaprio and fucking
cheating
and Titanic. Anyways,
how did you get to the Titanic?
Jack. That's his fucking name.
Jack. Yeah. All right.
I know you saw that movie 8 times in Canada. Part of him is upset.
Did you cry? Did you cry in Titanic? You did.
If you didn't cry in that fucking movie, you're getting off the podcast right now. You do not have a heart.
The fifth.
They plead the fifth.
I love this country.
The fifth. You don't have that in Canada? That's so fucking weird.
Nope.
What happens if you don't want to incriminate yourself?
You just don't talk.
You just sit there?
Yep.
Can they throw you in jail for that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If you use the wrong gender pronoun too, you fucking...
Oh, you're done.
Okay, but can also tell part of him is upset with my past, and now it's affecting him and his family. It's because it got rehashed. I don't want to get divorced. How do I fix my relationship with my mother-in-law? Okay. You don't?
This is great.
You don't?
Okay.
It's between you and him, and she has to make amends to it.
Like, honestly, this happened, like, 2 years before?
A year. She stopped doing it a year before she met him.
Okay, so it's already done. It's in her past.
It took them a year to get married, too, after that. So,
okay,
so 2 years before the marriage. Yeah, you're right.
2 years. Okay. It's in her past. She was honest about it. That's cool.
Yeah.
I really like that. She did it. Well, there's a lot of people doing that, so that's not very rare today.
And that's fucking sad. We should address that later.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's honest. She admitted it.
I'm going to dial that one back. That is not another show. That is this show with me and Geoff Bumstead today. Okay. ladies. Pictures are fucking forever now. Okay, so we talked about this on a couple episodes back with me, Uncle Wade, and the Outlaw.
The Outlaw.
And so
I need a name.
Bummer? Bumzilla?
Okay. Yeah.
I always said Bumzilla.
Whatever.
Bumzilla signing off.
Yeah,
remember?
That's right.
And so back in the 70s and 80s, okay, that stuff might not technically have been forever if it was VHF type stuff, low level type shit. Now digital is fucking forever. Snapchat is technically forever.
It's also so back in the 70s and 80s, it wouldn't happen very often.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen as often. Yeah.
Now it fucking
But digital's forever. Even Snapchat's fucking forever. You know that, right?
I don't even get on Snapchat.
They have it. You know what it is? Like,
yeah. Oh no.
They got a database.
Totally about it. Yeah.
They see everything you fucking did. So it doesn't matter if you're robbing a bank or you're fucking an infant.
Yeah.
They see what you do and they fucking turn over the.
Oh
place.
yeah. You want to get into that with me?
Hold on. No, we're not getting to the Big Brother talk about
okay. All right.
the sky and
Didn't
shit.
think so. You want to go there?
So it's fucking forever. So don't fucking do it in the fucking first place, woman. If you just waited tables instead of fucking doing nudes, you would not have this problem. You wouldn't have to fucking have a talk with him in the first place. Like, hey, I waited tables at Applebee's for like 3 years. Are you okay with that? He'd be like, yeah, it's a normal thing to do.
Thing to do.
But then you say, but all the guys there gangbang me. Okay, no, now that's a problem.
Hang on, no. Now there's so many distinctions here. Was she like doing porn and banging guys on her thing, or was she just doing like nudes or like?
It just said nudes, but still,
like whatever. What's OnlyFans? Like just like getting naked and people are watching you and stuff.
I'm assuming that.
All right. Well, again, different levels here.
Yeah. That's weird that there's distinctions between that now.
I know now it's totally different. Like, Okay, so you waited Applebee's